From First Coast News, this is Good Morning Jacksonville.
Breaking overnight, 2 people are taken to the hospital after a fire ignites at an apartment complex in Jacksonville. It happened at a property off of Lone Star Road, that's in Arlington. There's no word yet on exactly how it started, but firefighters say the 2 patients suffered non-life-threatening injuries.
And developing in Jacksonville now, City Council decides to scrap a plan that would have set aside $200,000 taxpayer dollars to pay for swimming lessons for children in the city. All this after yet another drowning on the First Coast. Alex Sather is going to have more on this in 3 minutes. And your third big story.
System. This could do it on the ground to second. And the Gators get their first College World Series championship.
Yes, this is huge. The Florida Gators, they win the school's first ever national title in college baseball. Monica Garcia is going to have all of the big moments from last night's game coming up in about 15 minutes. Right now, though, we want to check in with meteorologist Mike Franklin.
Yes, and it's like my first ever dry forecast for a long time. Yes, the evening plans look much better tonight. In fact, look at the severe clear after many areas seeing rainfall 12 to 18 inches above average. That's 12 to 18 inches above average since late May. We take a look at radar right now, and you can see some drier air moving in around this area of high pressure. So as we take a look at the arrows here, what this is going to do is set up the storm zone well to the west of Jacksonville today. So the lightning zone mainly the west coast of Florida and the farther south you get. So that's our big change. In fact, it's been a long time I've shared this. Jekyll Island golf forecast. This will be one of just the totally dry spots today. Low 80s with that east-northeast wind at 10 to 15. Now, as we look at downtown, we're getting ready for the jumbo shrimp. Diana Ross, we'll get in a quick lunchtime shower, then we clear out to the west side by 2 p.m. I'll have your precision cast, your weekend and July 4th forecast coming right up. But first, Katie Jeffries and the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you so much, Mike. Starting with a beautiful live look here towards the Fuller Warren Bridge. Gorgeous sunrise out there. If you have our traffic app alerts, you probably saw something about 95 southbound being blocked. That was around 3 o'clock this morning. Those lanes have since reopened, so you're not seeing any delays here on 95 through the downtown area anymore. Let's take a look here at your traffic maps because we do have a couple of things to talk about. If you're traveling northbound along US 17, leaving Fleming Island, heading towards the Orange Park area, you can see a very heavy delay. That's because 2 lanes there are blocked along 17 near Raggedy Point Road, and that's causing some big delays on US 17 northbound, so please keep that in mind. Also in the Georgia area, Highway 40, we got a viewer report saying that traffic appeared to be blocked just west of the Kingsland area along Highway 40. We are seeing a delay there, so we can likely confirm that, but we don't know yet if this is because of a crash or because of construction. Back to you.
Katie, thank you. At 6:03, back to a developing story now. A third child has drowned on the First Coast. This is in just over 2 weeks, a very short period of time. So last night, it was an 18-month-old child who died after going into a pool in Yulee. Now, in Duval County, we now know the Jacksonville City Council withdrew a bill that would have funded more swimming lessons for children here in the River City. Alex Sather is joining us now live from City Hall with more on that plan and what happened in Yulee.
Well, good morning, Lewis. And this is that bill apparently tabled this morning, but more on that in just a minute. We want to tell you, though, about those developments out of Nassau County this morning, where police say that an 18-month-old was found in a swimming pool, apparently crawled away from his teenage babysitter and was found in a pool. Now, an investigation is underway up in Nassau County where that happened. Now the 4th child this month to drown in the First Coast. Now, the first one we're told about was a 12-year-old here in Jacksonville, also a 2-year-old in Mandarin and a 2-year-old in St. Johns County, both of those happening within the same week. Now, back to this bill, Councilman Garrett Dennis pulled a proposal, according to WJCT. The bill, the ordinance itself, talking about adding $200,000 for swim lessons, including a money for some transportation to get those kids actually to some classes around the Jacksonville area. It was part of an emergency fund that was not well received by the mayor, according to WJCT. So it would have taught kids how to swim, but there are other programs in place across the First Coast, including one that's actually teaching about 1,500 kids how to swim. So that one still safe this morning. And so parents have a lot of options still around the First Coast. We're paying close attention, though, to what City Council does and how they're going to move forward to seeing if they pick up something similar to this. We'll have another update for you in our next half hour. Reporting live this morning from City Hall, Alex Ositis, First Coast News.
Thanks for that, Alex. And the opioid crisis takes thousands of lives in the U.S. each and every year. Well, now the city of Jacksonville will use taxpayer money to help fight the epidemic. The city council approved a measure last night to use about $1.5 million to support an opioid addiction treatment program for the next 6 months. The program focuses on putting overdose patients into drug rehab as soon as they leave emergency rooms, so there's no delay between their hospital stay and recovery. We have a warning for beachgoers in Glynn County this morning. If you swim off the coast of St. Simon's Island, you may get sick. The Glynn County Health Department issued a warning on Tuesday after bacteria was found in the ocean there. Now, the warning applies to East Beach at the old Coast Guard station. You see it right there on that map, and Massengale Park Beach. Now, officials say just swimming in the water could make you sick, and seafood caught in that area should be washed and thoroughly cooked before it's eaten.
It's taken months for our local beaches to recover after Hurricane Matthew as well. Crews have been working to restore the dune line in Duval County after they were wiped away, a majority of them, by the massive storm last October. Today, mayors from Jacksonville and the beach communities are going to tell us about the end of the dune restoration project. That's going to happen at 11 o'clock this morning. We're going to bring updates on air and online, as well as First Coast News at noon.
A trial for a National Security Agency contractor accused of leaking documents is set for late October. I'm Lindsay Boach, and that's topping your national news this morning at 6:06. Reality Winner was in federal court yesterday. She's accused of mailing classified documents to journalists regarding the investigation into whether Russia interfered with the 2016 presidential campaign. A deputy in Northern California is recovering this morning after he was shot in the face last night. Officials say that the shooting happened around 6 o'clock at a light rail station. Now, apparently the deputy and the shooter got into a fight, which escalated into that shooting. Police say the suspect ran into a nearby motel. That motel had to be evacuated, and the suspect has been taken into custody. A wildfire burning in the Prescott National Forest has scorched more than 4,000 acres in Arizona, now forcing families to leave their homes. The Goodwin fire is only about 5% contained, and that fire is burning through thick fuel in rugged terrain, and windy conditions are spreading the flames. Some areas being evacuated, others are just preparing to evacuate, still trying to figure out how that fire started. All right, so Prada sells some pretty high-end stuff. Hundreds of dollars for shoes, thousands for purses. But what about a money clip that's shaped like a paper clip? Would you pay $185? Well, some people would. Prada's latest product is a money clip that looks like a paper clip. You see it there. But Louis, it's produced in Italy, and it has the signature Prada logo, and it's made out of sterling silver. Some people are buying it. Some are saying that it's pretty ridiculous. One person on Twitter said, "This better hold my life together." And another said, it can hold all the money that you don't have after you buy it.
You know, I get some of the outrage for some of these things. I don't get it for this. I mean, it's an expensive money clip. I got it. People who have money buy expensive things.
Yeah.
There are others, you know, like we did get upset about or at least I did, they were selling the muddy jeans online. They were already muddied up jeans.
And the sweaty sweatshirt.
Yeah, that's kind of iffy. But it's, I mean, you know.
If you have the money to waste, why not, right?
And I just wonder how big it actually is, like what the size is of it. If it is, you know, a heavy-duty money clip, that's one thing compared to like a little.
Better be pretty big if it's going to hold all of Keitha's cash.
Well, you know, for some folks, $185 is nothing. You know, not a big deal. After 11 College World Series appearances, the Florida Gators finally win a national title. Look at the team's championship victory coming up at 6/16. Plus, you're going to see how two college baseball fans put an SEC rivalry aside to save a life. This is a good one. We're back in 2 minutes.
Beautiful start to our Wednesday. This will get you over the hump. That low cloud there, yeah, that's telling us we may have a quick morning shower at the beach, and then it's going to be beautiful. UV index back to 10. In fact, let's go right to it. Hashtag Salt Life today. Let's get rid of that hashtag FCM storm. It's been too long, right? Temperatures today at the beach, low 80s, and if there is a shower, it would be this morning. It will clear out with increasing sunshine this afternoon. In fact, Captain Alvarez has fired up the boat once again. That's a good sign for the forecast. And notice king mackerel are the catch of the day. Now at the beach, a high of 83, surf temp of 82. So the Kings are enjoying that warm water. UV index up to 10, seas at 2 to 4 feet. So a little bit of a chop with that northeast wind at 15. So let's check out the precision. That northeast wind's going to blow that storm zone farther west today. So a beach shower at 10 a.m. River walk. Don't be caught on the river walk in a quick shower. That'll be right around noon. You know, a lot of folks like getting out and getting the lunch. And then for the Baldwin Bike Trail, your shower is coming at 2 p.m. We'll have much more on the precision cast in areas that'll see a little heavier rain to the west coming right up. But first, Katie Jeffries in the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you, Mike. Starting with a look here at 295 in Merrill around 4:30 this morning. There was an accident at 295 in Merrill, but you can see it's been cleared up and there are no delays there at the moment. So let's take a look here at your traffic maps. Talk a little bit about what is going on in your area. So we just got word of an accident at 95 northbound near Park Street. So that is right after you would get off of the Fuller Warren Bridge. Basically that first exit there, so just be careful. No lanes are blocked, but whenever there's an accident, even on the side of the interstate, you want to use a lot of caution. 95 southbound from 295 towards downtown is about a 9-minute ride right now, which is great to see. No problems on 95 southbound. Major interstates do look pretty nice, especially I-10. Have not gotten any reports of problems along I-10. Also, Main Street Bridge is back open, but it will close again tonight at 9 p.m. and reopen tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. as they continue to do that maintenance work that they have to do along the Main Street Bridge. Back to you.
Harmony. Tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow.
You know, let's talk a little positive news, shall we? This is great. Tonight, the oldest dinner theater in the country opens with a new show, Little Orphan Annie, and one of the stars of the show is 10-year-old Carly Barnes, and she's from right here in Jacksonville.
Now, Carly rotates out as Annie with another young actress. She started out taking theater classes at Players by the Sea. Carly says that she fell in love with it and kept auditioning for different roles before landing this one. This is a big one. The show is double casted, which means that the roles each have 2 people who play them. She says that provides a unique experience for her as a young actress.
It's cool to get to see the other person perform their little bit and then do yours and see how different that is. And I'm really excited.
Opening night for Annie at the Alhambra Theater is tonight. Tickets are still available, and the show runs Tuesdays through Sundays until August 13th. Get out there and check it out if you can. Support Carly.
Big thing to talk about today is going to be the historic win for University of Florida in the College World Series. Up next, we're going to take a look at the win, the final out, and what the team had to say. Coming up.
The University of Florida can now say it's won national titles in football, men's basketball, and baseball after its team's victory in the College World Series finals last night.
And our Monica Garcia joining us now in studio with more on the reaction to the big game. Hello, Monica.
Well, good morning, guys. You know, if you went to bed early last night, the Gators have done it. They beat LSU to bring home the school's first national title in baseball. And it was a 6-1 win over the Tigers in Game 2 of the College World Series in Omaha that clinched the title last night. Some would say this win was a long time coming if you consider Florida has won 13 SEC championships as well as appeared in 11 College World Series. But now they have finally achieved the ultimate goal. Florida pitcher Alex Faedo was named the most outstanding player. Here's the star right after the game.
Weird not being out there this last series, but it was awesome just to sit back and watch how all the guys just rallied around and just found ways to win, just battled through adversity just like we did all year, and it was just a really sweet feeling.
Congratulations to them. They look so excited. So the team is going to be returning home to Gainesville at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They're going to be having a big victory celebration at the baseball stadium. That's happening from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. Of course, the public is invited to attend and join in on the fun. So again, congratulations to those guys. Back to you, Blue.
All right, Monica, nailed it. Thank you very much. Scary moment, though, during Game 1. Last night was Game 2 where they clinched, but Game 1, if we rewind just a bit in the College World Series, a Florida fan collapsed in the stands. An 82-year-old Gator fan started having what looked like a heart attack to fans around. So the father of an LSU pitcher and the father of an LSU strength and conditioning coach jumped into action. I mean, naturally, putting rivalry aside and giving the man CPR to help bring him back to life.
I don't think he's got a shirt anymore. We kind of ripped all the buttons off doing the chest compressions. But yeah, he's a Florida Gator fan.
The instincts just kind of kick in, and doesn't matter what team you follow, what race you are, you just try to help somebody.
Well, none of that matters. Of course not. The fan was taken to the hospital in Omaha, and at last check, good condition right now.
All right, glad that guy's doing okay.
Yes.
A former UNF basketball star is heading to the big leagues. Get this, Dallas Moore was selected to be a part of the Denver Nuggets Summer League program. The tournament-style competition starts on July 7th out in Las Vegas. If Moore does well there, he has a chance to move farther into the league or even into the Nuggets official roster. That's a really big deal. We're excited for him.
Let's go live outside right now, taking a look at the beach. Gorgeous, simply gorgeous look right now. Meteorologist Mike Prangley wrapping it up for us. What we got today, Mike?
Yeah, hey, much different day. I've been waiting a long time to say this. It's going to be a beautiful day, and we've got a nice evening for all of our planes, including the jumbo shrimp. 80 degrees, the big difference, high pressure is built in and more of an east-northeast wind at 10 to 15. So the Mobile Bay Bears in town. Now, as we look at our precision forecast, not totally dry. We'll see a quick shower from Michler's Beach at 11 a.m. King and Bear Golf Course out at World Golf Village by 1 p.m., but not enough to chase the golfers off the course. I do think the lightning will stay west of the river today. The Shands Bridge, a lot of fishing, good fishing out there, right around 2 o'clock. But this shower is a quick shower. It'll be out of there by 2:30. So send me some of your fish pictures. We take a look out to the west. A little different timing from Lake City, Baker, Union, Bradford County, Stark, and Lawdy. We're watching for a pop-up storm at 3 o'clock, but all rain should be out of there by 6 o'clock, okay? Up into southeast Georgia, beautiful in Brunswick, out to St. Mary's. Looks like just a nice, good old-fashioned dry day. Will this pattern change continue for the weekend? Well, I do have some scattered storms developing once again Saturday by late day, but this is more of your traditional summer pattern. Notice temperatures low 90s, so not hours and hours of rain. In fact, Sunday I've lowered the scattered storm chance to 40%. Once again, mainly between 4 and 7 with a high of 92. So this pattern change, remember the big jet stream that brought all the rain? Well, it's lifted, and I expect that jet stream to stay well up to the north. So the storm zone for July 4th would be the Midwest to the Northeast. I think we're going to be the Sunshine State again. I'm very optimistic, not only just about this weekend, but the 4th. 7-day forecast shows scattered storms as we go into the weekend. But again, nothing to wash out those plans. Good soccer, jumbo shrimp weather, and we heat back up into the low 90s. Now let's get to Katie Jeffries in that 5-star Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you so much, Mike. All right, starting with a look at some of your drive times right now. So if you're traveling on 95 northbound out of St. Johns County, looks very nice. From 210 all the way to downtown is about a 20-minute ride. And that is exactly what I want to see for this hour of the morning. Let's take a live look outside. This is a look at I-95 near County Road 210, and you can see traffic there is very smooth. Now let's take a look here at our traffic maps. Overall, hasn't been a terrible morning, but we do have a crash that's slowing things down if you're leaving the Fleming Island area. It's about 2 miles of congestion now because at US 17 northbound near Raggedy Point Road, which is right before this bridge to get towards the Orange Park area, 2 left lanes there are blocked by a crash. So it's really slowing things down along US 17. So keep that in mind for Fleming Island commuters. Driving in from the beaches, not seeing any problems on Atlantic Beach or JTB at this point. Keitha.
Thanks for that, Katie. Your time now is 6:22. A Good Samaritan deals with some backlash for trying to help out. At 6:30, why a man was attacked while trying to help a lost little girl in Florida. But first, our deal guy Matt Grant has got a gadget that will help to keep your car cooler this summer. Good Morning Jacksonville returns in 2 minutes.
Great to be with you. Your key to a cooler car, protected kids and pets with less UVA rays in that backseat or front. The price drop tied to a solution in a pouch. This is amazing for protecting pets in the backseat, harmful UV rays, kids, babies, comes right out of the pouch, front, back, ready to go. Absolutely love this. If you have huge car windows or an SUV and you really want to get fancy, you could always do something like this. The static technology allows you to block out the bulk of that. For your passenger, you can actually use one of these on the front window, especially if you're parked too. This will help keep your car cool. At under $10, these are phenomenal, and of all of the other ones on the market that I've tested, these are more durable and they blocked out that bright sunshine even better. FirstCoastNews.com is where I have you covered. Until we meet again, happy savings. I'm Matt Granite for First Coast News.
That's a pretty good one. It's only $9 as well. All right, your time, 6:26. And here's what you can see tonight on NBC 12 at 8 o'clock. It's Little Big Shots, Forever Young. So funny with Steve Harvey. And that's followed by the Carmichael Show. That's at 9 and Superstore at 9:30. What a heck of a lineup. Then at 10, it's This Is Us, one of our favorites. And make sure you stay with us for First Coast News at 11.
3, 2, 1, go for it, Dig! Go, buddy! Go, buddy!
Just the beginning of a monumental development for an organization helping our heroes right here on the First Coast. You know, Canines for Warriors. Well, they broke ground on a brand new training facility so it can now train dogs to be paired with veterans who struggle with PTSD. Now, we saw Jeannie Blaylock there doing the countdown for that groundbreaking. She's going to share one veteran story of recovery. Thanks to Canines for Warriors, it begins at 5:30 tonight. First Coast News. Hope you stick around with us. 6:27 on your Wednesday morning right now. Coming up on Good Morning Jacksonville is a big payout for a local county. But at 6:30, by the federal government will have to pay more money to Glenn County now in the future. But first, a plan to fund swimming lessons for kids put on hold. Alex Sather is going to have that story when we come back in 2 minutes. Good Morning Jacksonville.